Ed Donahue, AP News.
Good afternoon and welcome to KSMO Radio. Let's take a look at that latest KSMO weather forecast. Well, today we could have some scattered showers and thunderstorms, mainly before 4 this afternoon. That chance of precipitation is 30%, with mostly cloudy skies and a high temperature near 78 degrees. Northerly winds will be 7 to 9 miles per hour. Tonight we could have some scattered showers and thunderstorms, basically before 7 tonight. Chance of precipitation is 30%, with cloudy skies that will gradually become partly cloudy. And we should have a low temperature tonight around 59 degrees. Winds will be out of the northeast tonight, 6 to 8 miles per hour, with gusts as high as 18 miles per hour. We expect mostly sunny skies tomorrow with a high near 79. Northeasterly winds will be 7 to 9 miles per hour. Then tomorrow night will be mostly clear with low around 55, with northeasterly winds 3 to 7 miles per hour. Our weekend's going to start on Saturday with sunny skies and a high near 78. We'll have northeasterly winds around 6 miles per hour. Mostly clear skies and forecast for Saturday night with low around 55. Then Sunday should be sunny with a high near 81 degrees. Sunday night will be partly cloudy with low around 60. Then that new work week and the first Monday in the month of August starts out with mostly sunny skies and a high temperature near 82 degrees. Partly cloudy skies are expected Monday night, low around 63. Then Tuesday we have a chance of showers and thunderstorms. We'll be sunny on Tuesday with a high temperature near 85 degrees. Then Tuesday night will be mostly clear, with low around 66. And Wednesday, sunny skies are in the forecast with a high temperature near 89 degrees. And that is your noon hour weather update, brought to you by all of us here at KSMO, where it's now time for the Brownfield Commentary and Midday Livestock Report.
Hello, everyone. I'm Cindy Young with Brownfield, and this is my 2 cents. Everywhere I go, I hear people voicing frustration with the national news media. A recent social media rant called their approach borderline immoral, claiming they feed off controversy to divide the public and boost ratings by selling more ad space. There's more truth to that than many would like to know. Truly objective news programs are rare these days. What often passes for investigative journalism on national television is frequently one-sided, leading heavily on biased sources and questionable evidence. The goal doesn't seem to be informing the public. It's about stirring emotions, driving engagement, and keeping viewers glued to the screen. As consumers, we're not just watching passively, we're often being manipulated. Many viewers still accept it all at face value, returning day after day, waiting for the next sensational story. It's hard to blame those individual journalists entirely. Most don't enter the field expecting to compromise their integrity. But when newsroom priorities shift from truth to ratings, even the most ethical reporters face tough choices. Let's be honest, the media gives us what we respond to. Controversy sells, outrage spreads. Calm, reasoned reporting often gets buried. National news networks carefully track audience behavior and tailor content to what brings in the most viewers. I don't condone media outlets that twist facts or ignore opposing viewpoints, but we as a nation must acknowledge our role in this cycle. If we want better media, we have to start demanding it. Support journalism that values depth and balance. I'm Cindy Young with Brownfield. That's my 2 cents.
At Channel, we always show up for our farmers.
Is that tar spot or rust?
Incoming! Definitely rust.
Rick, how did you...
Dropping in to check on your crop, Bill. Let's call your agronomist before that rust can hurt your yield.
That sounds great, but when did you learn to skydive?
Self-taught, Bill. Kind of a prodigy.
From personalized insights to year-round support, Channel Seed Pros always show up. Visit channel.com to learn more. Channel, all in, all season. Read and follow pesticide label directions, grain marketing, and other stewardship practices.
Illicit fentanyl is the deadliest drug threat that our nation has ever experienced. It has killed hundreds of thousands. Many of its victims didn't even know they were getting fentanyl. Such a tragedy. This is Robert De Niro. One of those tragic deaths was my beautiful grandson, Leo. He was just 19 years old. Fentanyl doesn't care, but you do. Join us in the fight against fentanyl. Find us online at ladrfoundation.org.
Have you seen Town Screen yet? It's one of the most affordable ways to get your message out in the community. With strategically placed vertical screens in numerous locations in Salem, check it out the Salem United Methodist Church, Dent County Health Center, and the local on 4th Street, just to name a few. Find out more about how you can use Town Screen for everything local. Stop by 800 South Main or call 636-338-1199. Hometown created and maintained Town Screen in Salem.
Life just got a whole lot easier with grocery delivery from your Country Mart here in Salem. Now available through Instacart. Skip the trip and shop from the comfort of your own home. Whether it's fresh produce, household essentials, or last-minute needs, Country Mart has you covered. Simply visit their Instacart page, select your items, and schedule a delivery time that works for you. It's just that easy. Support your local grocer, save time, and enjoy the convenience of shopping with Instacart today. Shop from home, shop with ease, shop Country Mart with Instacart.
Another pretty quiet day for direct cash cattle business, and cash hogs ended the day higher. Good morning. I'm Megan Grabner with the Brownfield Livestock Market reports. It was a pretty slow day for direct cash cattle business. The lone bid to have surfaced was at $235 live. That was in Kansas. Asking prices were at $235 plus live in the South, but didn't surface in the North. Significant trade volume isn't expected to take place until late in the week. At the Hub City Livestock Market in South Dakota, compared to 2 weeks ago, steers 1,000 to 1,099 pounds, or $10 higher. Heifers were not well compared. The USDA says demand was very good for the day's offering. Flesh conditions were wide-ranging from light to heavy. Quality on loads and strings were mostly attractive, but there were also a lot of plain to average cattle and packages. The market was active. Medium and large one feeder steers, 922 to 945 pounds, brought $343.75 to $344. Box beef closed sharply lower with light demand for heavy offerings. Choices down $220 at $361.99. Select was $1.57 lower at $340.91. Estimated cattle slaughter was 112,000 head, down 2,000 on the weekend, down more than 8,000 on the year. Cash hogs closed higher with a huge negotiated run. Processors were much more aggressive in their procurement efforts Wednesday and bid up to move big numbers. Demand continues to be the biggest driver in the cash hog market. The industry is looking ahead to this week's export sales report to see how global demand is holding up. China still remains that wild card, and domestic demand has been strong, which is also helping provide some price support. Barrows and gilts at the National Daily Direct were up $1.20 with a weighted average of 113.34. The Iowa Minnesota closed 222 higher with a weighted average of 114.17, and the Western Corn Belt up $1.90 with a weighted average of 114.14. Pork values were firm, up 15 cents at $116. Picnics, bellies, and loins were all up, and estimated hog slaughter was 478,000 head, up 5,000 on the weekend, down more than 1,000 on the year. At the CME, live and feeder cattle were higher ahead of widespread direct business, and lean hog futures closed mostly higher on spread trade with support from sharply higher cash business. I'm Megan Grebner, Brownfield Ag News.
At Channel, we always show up for our farmers.
Is that tar spot or rust?
Incoming! Definitely rust.
Rick, how did you?
Dropping in to check on your crop, Bill. Let's call your agronomist before that rust can hurt your yield.
That sounds great. But when did you learn to skydive?
Self-taught, Bill. Kind of a prodigy.
From personalized insights to year-round support, Channel Seed pros always show up. Visit channel.com to learn more. Channel, all in, all season. Read and follow pesticide label directions, grain marketing, and other stewardship practices.
When you're high, you feel different. You think different, you talk different, you draw different, you listen to music different, but you probably knew that. Problem is, you also drive different, and not in a good way. That's why driving high is illegal everywhere. So if you're high, just don't drive. Make a plan to get a sober ride. Because if you feel different, you drive different. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
That has been the Brownfield Commentary and Midday Livestock Report. It is now time for a look at updated funeral announcements, and is being brought to you as a courtesy of Your World Today. Serving Salem and Dent County for over 30 years, Your World Today is 4 pages of information that will take you about 5 minutes to read, and they are available in over 40 locations in Salem and in Bunker. and online at our website, KSMOradio.com. Your World Today. Be sure and pick one up every weekday or check it out online. Susan Diane Quinlisk Swires, age 72, of Salem, passed away Sunday, July 27th. Funeral services for Susan Swires will be Saturday morning at 11 at the Wilson Mortuary, Salem Chapel. Visitation for family and friends of Susan Swires will be this evening, starting at 5 this afternoon and continuing till 8, all at the Wilson Mortuary, Salem Chapel. And burial will be in the Sligo Cemetery. And all arrangements for Susan Diane Quinlisk Swires of Salem are under the direction of the Wilson Mortuary of Salem. Charlotte K. Hollinsworth of O'Fallon, Missouri, formerly of Salem, passed away Tuesday, July 28th at the age of 83 years. Funeral services for Charlotte Hollinsworth will be Monday, August 4th at 12 noon at the Salem Chapel of James Garb Mortuary. Visitation for family and friends of Charlotte Hollinsworth will also be on Monday from 11 o'clock till service time at 12 noon. Entry will be at the North Lawn Cemetery. And all arrangements for Charlotte K. Hollinsworth, formerly of Salem, are under the direction of the James Garb Mortuary of Salem. That has been a look at updated funeral announcements, and it was brought to you as a courtesy of Your World Today. Your World Today is the only daily news flyer in Dent County. It is available in over 40 locations in Salem and in Bunker. And be sure and check out Your World Today online at our website, KSMOradio.com. Your World Today has been serving Dent County for over 30 years, and the best part about it is absolutely free.
Out of town and want to know what's going on in Salem, how the Salem Tigers did, or who may have passed away? There's only one way to get that information quickly, and that's by going to Your World Today online. Go to KSMOradio.com and click on the Your World Today button, and you'll get the latest edition online, or check out the Your World Today archives. And if you are in town, pick one up in any of the 30-plus locations in Salem and Bunker. Your World Today, they're free!
It is now time for a look at local news, and it's being brought to you by Southwest Baptist University Salem Campus. SBU's Salem Campus provides quality higher education close to home for residents of Dent County and the surrounding area. For more on degrees and programs, stop by SBU Salem Campus today at 501 South Grand Street, or you can call them at 573-729-7071. I'm Bob Parsons reporting. The Dent County Commissioners met this morning at the courthouse. Citizens Gary and Vivian Fritzinger went in attendance to discuss a low-water crossing on Dent County Road 3040. They said that one culvert pipe that is open is rusted through, and water is leaking from the pipe into the gravel and coming out under the concrete, undermining the crossing. The other three pipes are compacted with gravel. 2nd District Commissioner Jimmy Williams said they will check it out as soon as they can to see what can be done. In the road report, District 1 Commissioner Keith Green said brush be cut on Dent County roads 5100, 5103, and 5105. He stated a crew would be changing a tire on a grader in the Bunker area and then continue grading on County Road 5670 as well as other roads near Route A. Where needed, gravel will be added to those roads. Green said a truck needed to be taken to the shop and potholes will be patched on chip and seal roads. District 2 Commissioner Jimmy Williams reported that rock will be added and grading done on Dent County roads 2380 and 4280. He said a grader had broken down and John Deere has been contacted for repairs. Williams went on to say a truck that has been repaired would be picked up from Springfield. Presiding Commissioner Gary Larson reported on the local special recycling collection event that will be held on September 13th at 3rd and Grand Streets in Salem for electronics that includes anything with a cord or battery, from 9 in the morning until noon. There may be a charge for some items like TVs and monitors. The Ozark River Solid Waste Management District will also be collecting old, used tires for a small charge. If you have any questions, please contact MRPC at 573-265-2993 and ask for Jill Hollowell. Denton County Clerk Angie Curley said bills are being approved by the commissioners for payment, and she again wanted to remind all tax entities such as City of Salem, all school districts, the Salem Memorial Hospital, the Denton County Health Center, the fire districts, etc., that they need to properly publish their tax rate hearing dates as soon as possible. The commissioners set their tax rate hearing for August 18th at 10 o'clock. Denton County Collector Shannon Van Kirk reported 6 real estate parcels will be sold on the courthouse steps on August 25th at 10 o'clock. Persons interested in those properties can pick up a list at the collector's office in the courthouse. She also said the county received and approved 436 applications for the SB 190 homestead real estate tax credits for senior citizens. Those who are 62 years of age and older will have to reapply again next year for the tax credit, but Van Kirk said there will be a simpler way to renew if they qualified this year. Van Kirk said she will notify all of the tax entities by November 15th and provide them with their expected tax revenues. The next meeting of the commissioners will be Monday, August 4th at the Denton County Courthouse at 9 o'clock in the morning, and that meeting will be open to the public. Salem Memorial Hospital Board of Directors held its regular monthly business meeting Tuesday evening in the doctor's library at the hospital. Following the call to order, roll call, and approval of the agenda, the board heard a public comment from long-term care resident Judy Thompson, who expressed a desire to see improvements in the long-term care menu. She noted that the current menus have remained unchanged for decades and that the food provided is unappealing. CEO Brooke Bowman responded by stating that one of the hospital's priorities for the current fiscal year is to update menu options. After approving the minutes, Bowman delivered her report highlighting that the hospital had completed its fiscal year 2025 performance evaluations, began upgrading computers to Windows 11, updated its price transparency information, and helped raise $1,400 in support of the 4-H and FFA Expo. She also announced that the Salem Memorial Hospital Foundation meeting will be held on Wednesday, August 6th at noon, and the Monty Memorial dedication is scheduled for Sunday, August 24th at 2 p.m. Bowman went on to review several key accomplishments from the fiscal year 2025, including reducing accounts payable from $2.6 million this time last year to $600,000. Looking ahead, she outlined plans to invest more in capital equipment, update employee service discounts, and implement a 5-year strategic plan. In June, the hospital experienced a decrease in inpatient admissions and outpatient registrations, but an increase in emergency room visits and ambulance runs. Total operating revenue for June was just over $2 million, with operating expenses around $2.6 million, resulting in a net loss of $500,000. Despite that, the hospital ended the fiscal year with $5.5 million profit. Additionally, there was a net profit of $61,230 in 340B revenue, and the hospital currently has 30 days of cash on hand. After approving a financial report, Amber Hogan presented the Chief Nursing Officer's report, and Jennifer Hugenot delivered the Human Resources report. During the Quality and Risk report, Kendra Mowbray noted that staff continues to cultivate a culture of caring, and there were 22 reported events, the majority of which were documentation errors. In new business, the board approved policy updates regarding dress code, information technology, and the Quality Performance Improvement Plan. They also passed Resolution 2601, authorizing the filing of their annual Conflict of Interest Statement with the Missouri Board of Ethics. The board scheduled a public tax meeting for August 26 at 6:55 p.m. to be held just before their regular business meeting. The session concluded with an adjournment to executive session to discuss personnel matters. Ozark River Scenic Riverways plans to host 2 managed deer hunts at Big Spring this fall, providing special opportunities for youth and mobility-impaired veterans. The application period started July 1st, and it ends tonight at midnight. 10 hunters will be randomly selected for each hunt. The youth hunt is scheduled for December 6th and 7th. Applicants for that hunt must apply online through the Missouri Department of Conservation at www.mdc.mo.gov/managed hunt. The Exceptional Warrior Mobility Impaired Hunt will take place October 25th and 26th. Applications and details for this hunt are available by going to go.nps.gov/BigSpringHunt2025. For additional information, visit the park's Facebook page, the park website, or call 573-323-4236. Missouri families looking to save on back-to-school shopping will get a break during the state's annual back-to-school sales tax holiday, which begins tonight at 12:01, and that's tonight, Friday, August 1st, and continues through midnight on Sunday, August 3rd. During this 3-day period, purchases of qualifying school-related items will be exempt from both state and local sales taxes. The tax exemption applies to a variety of items essential for the upcoming school year. Clothing items priced at $100 or less per item are eligible, including apparel, footwear, and disposable diapers for both infants and adults. Materials used to make school uniforms or other school clothing are also included. However, items such as watches, jewelry, handbags, scarves, and similar accessories are not tax exempt. School supplies are also included, providing they do not exceed $50 per item. This category covers classroom essentials such as textbooks, notebooks, writing instruments, crayons, rulers, backpacks, chalk, maps, handheld calculators under $150, and computer software valued at $350 or less. Items that are not eligible include sporting equipment, radios, office furniture, and other non-educational electronics. In addition, personal computers and computer peripheral devices priced at $1,500 or less qualify for the tax holiday. This includes laptops, desktops, and tower systems, as well as accessories like monitors, printers, scanners, mice, keyboards, and various internal hardware components. For 2025, all cities, counties, and special tax districts in Missouri are participating, meaning that shoppers will receive the full tax exemption across the state. Retailers are required to report their total gross receipts as usual for the month of August and should indicate sales made during the holiday as a negative adjustment on their return. More information about the eligible purchases and reporting requirements is available at the Missouri Department of Revenue's website, dor.mo.gov. And that has been a look at local news, and it was brought to you by SBU Salem Campus at 501 South Grand Street, where they offer degrees in nursing, which is an RN Bridge program, criminal justice, and elementary education. For more about SBU Salem Campus, contact them at 573-729-7071.
Southwest Baptist University campus in Salem provides quality higher education close to home for residents of Dent County and the surrounding areas. The classes at SBU Salem campus are taught in the afternoon and evenings, making a degree attainable for people who are in the workforce or can't afford to go off to get a degree. We offer degrees in nursing, which is an RN Bridge program, elementary education. For more information on the degrees and programs, please contact admissions counselor Chris Welch to schedule an appointment as a prospective or returning student.
Let's meet the Town and Country Bank lending team. Andrew Wynn, Sammy Parker, and Doug Barnes. They're here to help you achieve your financial goals with personalized lending solutions tailored just for you. Whether you're looking to buy your dream home, expand your business, or pursue any other financial endeavor, the Town and Country Bank is committed to guiding you through every step. Stop by one of their 2 Salem branches and discover what hometown banking is all about. Town and Country Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender, NMLS number 40.
Exploring the world in comfort. Journey through the heart of Europe on an elegant Viking longship with thoughtful service, destination-focused dining, and cultural enrichment on board and on shore. With small ships that bring travelers closer to the destination, there's more time to explore. And every Viking voyage is all-inclusive with no children and no casinos. Discover more at Viking.com.
Have you seen Town Screen yet? It's one of the most affordable ways to get your message out in the community. With strategically placed vertical screens in numerous locations in Salem, check it out at Advanced Chiropractic, Jet Tires and Auto, Salem Bowling Center, and Terrell's Complete Auto Care, just to name a few. Find out more about how you can use Town Screen for everything local. Stop by 800 South Main or call 636-338-1199. Hometown created and maintained. Town Screen in Salem.
It is now time for a look at local and regional sports, and it's being brought to you as a courtesy of your Ozark sports leader, KSMO. Last night, news broke of a Cardinals trade with the New York Mets. Ryan Helsley will be heading to New York as Jesus Baez, Nate Dome, and Frank Elasant will all call St. Louis home. Early analysis around the league suggests that this was a win-win trade for both organizations. Fresh off the news, the Cardinals and Miami Marlins were in Busch Stadium to finish up their 3-game series. A 2-run home run in the top of the third was all the scoring that would be needed as we saw the Cardinals shut out for the second time in 2 days, 2-0. St. Louis has today off as they prepare for their game tomorrow in San Diego as they will face the Padres. Kansas City Royals hosted the Atlanta Braves yesterday afternoon. It took 10 innings for the lone run of the night to be tallied when Salvador Perez singled, bringing MJ Melendez home. With the 1-0 shutout over the Braves, Kansas City is 1 game away from a .500 record. They'll have today off before getting that opportunity against the Blue Jays Friday evening in Toronto. First pitch will be 6:07. And that has been a look at local and regional sports, brought to you as a courtesy of KSMO. Stay tuned for a look at sports from the Missouri Net.
Net Sports, I'm Bill Pollock. The Royals closed out their series against the Braves with a win in extra innings.
Salvi lines it into right center field, and that didn't take very long. Here comes MJ Melendez, and the Royals win it 1-0 in 10 innings.
FanDuel Sports Network, the Royals tied a Major League record by using 9 pitchers in the win, and Sam Long earned his first win after getting out of a first and third nobody-out jam in the 10th. Matt Quattrero.
That was enormous, but I think even more so than the 10 shutout innings is the workload that they've had and the way they've responded to that, especially in a day game after a night game.
The Royals have won 3 out of 4. They're 54-55. 3 games out of the wild card. They get a well-deserved day off. They'll visit the Blue Jays tomorrow night. The Cardinals had just 5 hits, a 2-0 loss to the Marlins. They went 0-for-6 with runners in scoring position, and they did not help Miles Michaelis, who picked up his 8th loss. He allowed 2 runs on 5 hits in 6 innings.
And the home run, I wish I had that one back, but after that I was able to settle in, have some good quick innings and keep us close, tight game, tough game.
The Cardinals, 4th place in the National League Central, 55-55, and they are sellers, trading Ryan Helsley, their closer, and long reliever Steven Matz. Helsley is headed to the Mets in exchange for 3 prospects.
You want to play in October, I think we have that chance, and, if another team wants you to add you to their team, I think that's a big deal. I've enjoyed my time here. St. Louis has been great to me, I've given everything I've had, the last 7 years I've been here, and tried to help the team win.
St. Louis shipped Matz up to Boston. They received minor league first baseman Blaze Jordan. He was leading all Red Sox minor leaguers with a .308 batting average, and he's committed only 1 error at first base. They're off today, and they will start a series against the Padres tomorrow. The Chiefs got a break from the heat, and they get a break from practices. They're taking the day off in St. Joe. They'll be back tomorrow at 9:15. Bill Pollock, Missouri Net Sports.
To some, the sound of a baby babbling doesn't mean much, but that's not true. They're testing out vowels and consonants and trying different sounds. And by 12 months, their babbling is beginning to take on meaning, especially if there's no babbling at all. Little to no babbling by 12 months or later is just one of the possible signs of autism in children. Learn more at autismspeaks.org.
At Child Fund, hope means helping millions of children living in poverty worldwide grow up healthy, educated, skilled, and safe. And that means safe at home, at school, and online.
Hope means walking this path together, all of us. Because when we work together, we can do so much more.
That's right. Hope includes you.
Child Fund, because we need each other.
Learn more at childfund.org.
What's the fastest way for you to get yourself up to date on the latest in news, sports, weather, and obituaries that costs you absolutely nothing? It's Your World Today. Serving Salem and Dent County now for over 20 years, Your World Today is 4 pages of information that will take you about 5 minutes to read, and they're available in over 30-plus locations in Salem and in Bunker. Your World Today. Pick one up every weekday. They're free. For all your real estate needs, check with the people at Century 21 South Central Realty at 306 East Scenic Rivers Boulevard here in Salem. Century 21 handles properties from a single city lot to a country estate with acreage. Or if you're moving to town or just need a realtor to sell your existing property, Century 21 South Central Realty is all you need to know. Stop by today or call Beth Frizzell, Broker Associate at Century 21 South Central Realty at 729-6121.
It is now time for news from the Missouri Net. Then stay tuned to KSMO. I'll be back after the top of the hour with your latest KSMO weather forecast.
Missouri Net News. I'm Sue Danielson. A cold front is bringing relief to Missouri today after a long stretch of hot weather. Expect cooler daytime and nighttime temperatures and lower humidity. U.S. Senator Josh Hawley says the federal budget bill requires the Army to produce a thorough report and get congressional approval before any downgrade at Fort Leonard Wood's new hospital.
Don't touch this hospital. We need it.
Hawley says the bill also includes funding to replace outdated housing at Fort Leonard Wood. A 13-year-old boy missing for days and found at the bottom of a ravine in southeast Missouri, St. Francis County, is recovering from a leg injury. A search and rescue team found the boy hurt at the bottom of a 240-foot deep ravine, stuck in a foot of water. Kansas City Chiefs kicker Harrison Butker and other pro athletes will be at the White House today, marking a restart of the Presidential Council on Sports, Fitness, and Nutrition. The order will also bring back the Presidential Fitness Awards in schools. Missouri Net News.
With Missouri Medicaid, more people can get care.
Yeah, I'm a single dad with a job living way out here. Medicaid isn't for my family.
Actually, it is. Medicaid covers single adults, kids, workers, students.
But it's probably just basic coverage, right?
It's more than you think. Doctor visits, prescriptions, even back-to-school checkups for kids.
Wow, I had no idea. Looks like we'll be ready for school, huh?
If you think Medicaid isn't for your family, think again. Learn more at covermissouri.org.
The best words to hear at the TSA security checkpoint? You're good to go. All it takes is a little preparation. Get to the airport early, bring a carry-on bag that fits in the overhead, and have an acceptable ID. Not all state-issued IDs will cut it. Check out tsa.gov/ID and see which TSA acceptable IDs make the grade, like a real ID or passport.
Before you jet, do a little prep, and you're good to go. Check out tsa.gov/ID or the MyTSA app.